Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. Take a deep breath. Hope you guys are all doing well today. It is May 30th, 2020. So we have the 30 of the Four of Wands, which is that energy of home and stability, of building and structure and union. And the day adds up to 39, which is the Knight of Cups, that action of being love. So it's a really beautiful energy today. The SIRIAN Starseed deck for my 7-deck read in front of you for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames was done at 10, 22 to 23. 10 is the Wheel of Fortune, 22 and 23 are the Fool and the King of Wands. So going from that open-hearted leap of faith into the Man of Passion energy. And then I finished all the clarifications at 10, 57 to 58, which is 57 to 3 and 58 the Four of Swords, which is the heartbreak and separation. And then the 58 of the rest, reflection, taking a break, the meditation, the prayer, the connection of 5D at the end here. So for those of you not familiar with my read, it is for the Divine Masculine Twin Flames, so it affects the masculine within the feminine as well. It is a general read, so if something doesn't resonate, don't force it to fit. There's a lot of energy with 7 decks here. And so there will be some messages that are very specific to people, to certain people, maybe only a couple, and then there's other messages that will affect everybody. So just take what resonates and leave the rest. The major arcana here were Transition, Chariot, and Luna. Transition is like the Death card, Luna the Moon, and Chariot's the Chariot. And then before the read we also had Karma, which is the Judgment card. And I'm going to show you the basic read here. Let me get it a little clear for you. Okay, so this is the basic read from the SIRIAN Starseed deck. So you can take a snapshot of that if you want to follow along with that. And let me just put that aside. And let's see, we had 5 pentacles, 1 sword, 1 wand, 1 cup. So mostly pentacles, which is all about not just finances, but the energies of your day-to-day living, all the practical things of day-to-day, including finances. So all about work, the day-to-day stuff with family and kids, and your financial issues. So we did have one of each of the other signs though, so it was balanced except for the fact that there's this major focus on work stuff and financial stuff. In the court cards, we had the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, so that could be kids or messages, and then the Knight of Wands as well. And we also had on either side of these the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups, which are both the sovereign energies of the masculine and the feminine. After the read, we also had the King of Cups, and the numbers here were all about the code line of effort and new beginnings. And it was funny because the N of new beginnings was covered, so it was coming up as ew, beginnings. So that may be how it begins, like an ooey beginning. We had triple 9s here, so a lot of 9s, a lot of compassion, endings, letting go of things that no longer serve. It's the end of the cycle. It's time to get rid of the stuff you don't need anymore to get fresh for the new cycle coming in. So we had 3 9s, 2 8s, which is the 2 8s of the feminine and the masculine, both balanced within their own divine masculine and feminine, dancing side by side, which then becomes the infinity on its side. We also had double 4s, which is the 44 of the 4 of Cups, the grounding, integrating, and mastering of the receiving, especially of love. And the number 10 came up here as well. And some numbers in a lesser sense, we had number 5 as well. 58, which is that 4 of Swords again. 89, which is the reflection of the human temperature, so the extremes of the human getting overheated or too cold. And that can be in personality for sure. We have 9, 10 begin again and again and again. Then we also had 13 and 1, which is the Magician. 13 is the Death card. 34 is the 8 of Wands. And then 45 is the 5 of Cups. And then on the code line about effort and new beginnings, only the number 5 came up, which is all about change, freedom, expansion, as well as the Hierophant energies and commitment. But it is that number about, it's the mid-cycle number. It's about change and expansion and to allow those changes. The message here on the code line was very much about the transition. In this deck, the death card is the portal, literally going through the portal. So this was very significant here. I was getting, for me, the EIG acronym is the Euro-India Gateway. So for me, that's code for bridge. And today, EIG and EIT came up. So I was getting the Euro-India train as opposed to the gateway, right? One is the station and the other is the train. The train comes into the station. Sounds like a kindergarten sex lesson, right? So those were very much the energies of the train being the seeker or student of the portal and aiding in transition of the expansion and the effort of the new beginning or the ooey beginning. All right, and that's what a little kid might say about hearing sex for this first time, that ew, right? I would tell you what, my son was so funny when I told him what sex was. I'll have to tell you that another time. But let's see. Yeah, so just aiding in the transition to expand the effort. And again, the N, the capital N for me is code Jesus, which is the template of the Divine Masculine. So the masculine being like saying, ew, it's ew as far as the beginning, not wanting a new beginning. Let's see, some of the stuff that came up online, a lot of stuff with EI. So EIEIO, which is Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Not that came up online, but that comes up first for me when I see EI. I had EIEITHET, which came up from wikipedia.org, who's a Burmese swimmer who was in the 2016 Summer Olympics. Another header came up, welcome to EI and E. The ASD, EI and E, is the department's chief sustainability officer, the senior real property officer, and designated agency safety and health official, and that was coming up from a military website. EITA.YouTube came up, as well as TESD as an acronym, T.E.S.D. Out of context therapy session, and that was also on YouTube. And again, 4/14 2011 came up, so the 414 came up again twice today, and that doesn't usually come up for me at all, and it came up several times yesterday as well. So that was significant. I'm going to tell you about that because I did look up the angel numbers and such for that. And under that was, under guidance of Dr. Quinn, Walt and Brian attempt to settle their differences. Another header came up, EITO, New Mexico Department of Energy, Minerals, and some of the stuff under the header were about the trustees. And that was from ocdimage.emnrd.state.nm.us. It's a long header. The next one was the WHO Live, I Can't Explain, The Seeker, Houston, Texas, from April 30th, 2015. That was also YouTube. Innovation is the core competency of a service was coming up. These are 3 articles from researchgate.net. The second one was what is pastoral leadership? And the third one was quality of life study on slum dwellers, which is funny because then the expression pond scum came up for me. My best friend's girlfriend, that's from that movie. I guess I'm pond scum. And then my twin said that at one point. So that's why I always remember pond scum. But EIT also comes up as earned income tax. And on Wiktionary word of the day, inkling, to give, a slight hint. The foreign word was jana from Zulu, which means rather long or fairly tall. So then when I looked up the other acronyms like EIG, which usually is code bridge for me, it means ownership. And my son and I just had a discussion about masculine and feminine and how the things he was talking about was referencing ownership of someone. So it's very interesting how it came up in the read today. So EIG, though, is the portal, it's the station, whereas the EIT was coming up as the train. So EIG is coming up as ownership, to have, to own, present, and then the imperative, and I as well. So I, all about me. EIT came up as, and this would be the train, as the old woman, the wife, the girl, the woman, the girlfriend, the wife, the mother, the throw, like something you can toss away. And it also came up as the number 8, the very balanced dance of the masculine and feminine within. So it's coming up as the feminine, but in a derogatory sense from the perspective of a masculine. Something you can toss away. So the train is something you can toss away, but the portal is not. The portal is something you own, and that can reference 2 types of women as well, or it can reference the masculine and the feminine, the train being the masculine and the portal being the feminine. And then EI I also looked up, and that is an egg. A lot of no's came up and don'ts and nots. It also means pine tree, voice, sound, hey, oh, fire, to stand in a feminine version. Here is, here are, they, them, her, to her, water, and I, he, his, her, its, and we. So I have to tell you, water comes up as a definition for most words when you end up looking up these foreign definitions. Almost every acronym I look up has the definition of water somewhere in the world, which is really cool. So EI, the main meaning though, is coming up basically egg or no's and don'ts and nots. And then the letter T itself comes up as all different positions in the alphabets. It comes up as 3, 13, 17, 18, and then 20 through 28, except for number 26. So it comes up a lot of different positions in the alphabet, but T also means adapter. And it was also a meaning for a butch lesbian, also a code for AT&T, taxable, teen, t-shirt, Tuesday, Thursday, tenor, trailer car, which then it fits in with the theme about pulling things along, because that came up yesterday, pulling something along, and then the train is coming up again today. So the trailer car is significant, and the Model T comes up with the T. It also means subway, tech foul, or a technical foul, and it also comes up for testosterone, which is the masculine energy. So if you put EI and T together for the EIT, that's the egg and the testosterone, right? So the feminine and the masculine put together, and then the bridge just being the feminine. And that's been coming up a lot too, where the feminine is the masculine and the feminine, but the masculine is just, but the feminine is just the feminine. Or the feminine, yeah. Yes, just like X and Y and X and X. Okay, so let's see here. What else was coming up? And then, of course, thymine, 309, transpose, tritium, and terra, as well as what else was I getting? Of course, Tesla also comes up with the T, which is the SI unit of magnetic flux density. And so we go back to egg and testosterone, the seekers of ownership, aiding in transition, and the name Addie can come up here too, because ADE comes up, but aiding in the transition of the Hierophant commitment, change, freedom, or expansion of the effort, the template of divine masculine in their ooey beginnings. Old woman, wife, girl, mother, girlfriend, a throwaway or a toss away, the student of ownership, to have and to hold, to aid in the transition or transit connection. Transition is transit connection. The train and the bridge aid in expanding the effort or in the ooey or new beginnings. So the train at 1217, which is the hangman and the star, the train that pulls into the station, the divine masculine and divine feminine. He drags the whole train into the portal, the home, the mothership, the dock, the divine feminine's porthole, to have and to hold. They belong to each other. He needs a safe harbor, and she needs connection to the world. 1221, I then started with the read, and 1221 is that magic number of reflection of the end of karma. So we start out here in the underlying energy with the 9 of Pentacles reversed, like I told you. So the underlying card over here is the Nine of Pentacles reversed, which is powerlessness, and beneath it is the Eight of Pentacles reversed, the Four of Swords reversed, and the Three of Wands upright. So powerless, dependent, or a financial drain. It can be a child spending all your money, or a partner. After overworking, no longer working, awake, rising, coming out of your slumber, present to the flame and the moment, that was at 12:23, the King of Wands, and powerless. The King of Wands and Queen of Wands and the King of Cups reversed. The first two are upright. The King of Cups reversed was coming up as a group in this underlying energy. The King of Wands and Queen of Wands not looking at each other, and the King of Cups reversed emotionally unavailable, detached, manipulative, or could be an alcoholic as well, or just sad. The King of Wands grieving, loss, regret, guilt, and shame, and the Queen of Wands being strong, Leo, ego, or pacifying the beast, and the King of Cups reversed, offering love, or pretending to be what he is not at the moment, right? Because he's coming up as the Knight of Cups, but he's the King of Cups reversed. Perhaps faking it until he's making it. The King of Cups reversed, suddenly on a journey or receiving good news about or through a split, lies, cutting through the BS, getting clarity, cutting to the chase with the King of Pentacles or from the King of Pentacles, sunshine or kids or exposure at work, co-creating with the Queen of Cups. She's upright, rising, awake, coming out about a disconnect, not seeing eye to eye or face to face, grounding a 5D connection. All right, so that could be, the Queen of Cups could be a connection with the King of Cups reversed. But he needs to fake it until he makes it in the connection and offering love. The Queen of Cups is awake to the difference between men and women, not seeing things the same way, but from opposite ends of the coin, went out of 5D connecting. Him or her no longer guarding his or her sexual energy through abstinence or powerlessness and disconnect. Not sharing, imbalance, debt, inequity, scams, not using their intuition, or the secrets out post-war with PTSD issues and looting, and the need to apologize, now with clarity with new information. The High Priestess reversed and the Five of Swords guy reversed. It's coming up like the energy of the masculine and the feminine, right? She's either with her secret out, not using her intuition, reversed, and then he being the defensive Five of Swords guy, right? Defending their territory, being at war within. The High Priestess, the secret keeper, and the enemy at war, both turning over to meet in the middle, with new information knocking them both for a loop. Warriors wounded, not recovering, or now recovering, and the secret keepers using hooks to connect new engines to the caboose, the little engine that could. The need to connect the links, the dots, the puzzle pieces, holding up the train from going through the gate and into the shop for repairs. Or in other words, going home where it's safe and warm and where someone cares. Soulmate comes up here, and beneath that was, it is safe to love. Putting it out there, all on the line, in a painful ending or ending pain, sexual betrayal out there, and harsh split from lies, BS, rehab, hospitalization, arrest, MASH unit, abuse, physical or sexual practices, dumping, dumped, purging, crying, overwhelmed, peeing, vomiting, one big dump, purging it all out, all of the unhappiness, the dissatisfaction, the not getting your wish. Flashing, mooning, putting sex life out there for others to see and touch at 101 to 102, two magicians, and then a magician and the High Priestess. At 104 is the Magician and the Emperor now. Chaos in all of this, dumping all stuck energies from the body, the lies, the unhappiness, and the behavior that doesn't serve, dumping the second place prize or award or silver cup with cherries he doesn't really like anyway, trashing knives, scissors, pin and cords and knots, and surgical tools of the trade. To start fresh, perhaps designing sword rope handles is not doing it for you or others. No more glamping on with top designers and high-end lantern and expensive fruit and fancy desserts or abusive sex, trashing it all to start fresh and start over at 111 to 12. And I was getting major connection right there. So 11 and 12 are Justice and the Hangman. Perseverance comes up here as number 4, the Emperor, and beneath that was Follow Your Dreams, which is 85, And the reflection of 85 is the 58, which is the connection of 5D. So I always get the 85 as the grounding it into your 3D life. So, in need of sunshine and a new life, with dream family and reaping rewards, and when suffering in silence and being alone with their light, looking back in order to be wise, dumped out of the crib just to stand on the ledge, looking back, going back, living in the past, from cradle to wise old man, getting rid of high-priced security system, a maze or puzzle that can be figured out, codes can be broken, looking back at all of the lengths they'd gone to be undiscovered, to be unknown, invisible, lost in the maze of the funhouse, with illusions all around, not knowing where to turn in order to get out. Leo ego with illusions and suffering, hermit, wise man, Virgo with abundance here. Looking back or in the past, powerless, disconnected, without peace of mind, always needing more information, more, and still dissatisfied. In the recent past is the Eight of Swords, trap, prison, anxiety, or hands just tied, defenseless to energies and attacks of exile, destitution, injury, and illnesses, left behind, kicked out, not seen as worthy. Heartbroken, separation, and downturn and twist of fate at the workplace, co-creating a prison or hostage situation. Frustrated, not aroused, no growth, unable to conceive or conceptualize, in deliberations, no decision, holding back announcement, or choking on words. At work, to keep it going, with the Queen of Pentacles reversed in a slowdown and or separation, and dark night, death, end, transition portal, or Scorpio offering time, money, and energy, or new life, to the Queen of Pentacles reversed, but in a death trap, right? Because that's that workaholic energy that's coming up here. No judgment, no creation or arousal or inspiration, just work, and imprisoned by sexual energy, third energy, unable to control it. The foundation is the Ace of Crystals upright. A group powerless in offering time, money, energy, or new life to the Divine Masculine as the Page of Pentacles reversed, because that's how he's seeing himself, in need of help, money, or opportunity, and never learns their lesson. Now keep in mind, this could also be the energy of a child that's in his energy. So it could be his energy or his child. After a negative past, bad relationship, or difficult kids, and the past returning with verbal abuse or holding their tongue, or both, with lover or those of affection, in an energetic exchange, perhaps arrows of love, taking from, in a negative way, from the Queen of Cups. The Six of Cups is reversed here at 135, which is the Magician and the Wounded Warrior, the Mary Magdalene energy. The Six of Cups reversed with energy flying back and forth, that negative past or difficult kids, or the past now returning to deal with all of that. That energy flying back and forth above their heads, the arrows of love, expression of feelings, and running away or lying, cheating, and stealing her thoughts and holding tongue, being underhanded and abusive towards the Queen of Cups lover. She just focusing on love and a new life. And that was at 136, which is the Magician, and the Ten of Wands, which is the Atlas, weight of the world upon your shoulders, but also can be the releasing of those burdens and confession. The central energy is the Knight of Pentacles upright, offering time, money, energy to those suffering in silence and dumping their load, burdens, and responsibilities, while the Page of Pentacles reversed is in need of help, money, or opportunity, right there behind them. Well, it's like it's while the Divine Feminine's helping others, or whoever that is, this Page of Pentacles reverse is right there behind them, needing the same type of help, but not speaking up for themselves. Connected to, and the Page of Pentacles reversed is showing up as being connected to or as prisoner at the workplace. Or two kids, the Page of Pentacles reversed and the Knight of Pentacles upright. One may be helping and one is learning or tagging along. Again, here's the train energy. I was getting leaving or tagging along on the soul train. The Page of Cups reversed, or those rejected, vulnerable, and shy, or considered crybabies, or considered spoiled and entitled little kids. For everyone who wants to help, it seems there's another who wants to criticize. The challenge being here, transition portal, the death portal, the end of the road. No more responsibilities. someone's attitude that you can rest when you're dead. Those out in the cold left behind, those injured or ill who are in need of assistance from those who would care for them. Always appreciative, never complaining, and why workaholics never go home. They get to be the savior at work, the good guy that saves the day, being perfect and without flaws, but that then lends to arrogance and jealousy instead of teaching others to heal themselves. Why teach them to heal themselves when you can make money healing them? Over and over and over again. The Page of Swords reversed, negative self-talk or rumors, spying, rude child, presently implementing a plan to change things up a bit. A losing battle, though, with the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community at work, or legacy. The Fool is free to leap, with justice, judge, or divorce, or Libra, dissatisfied bull on his own. The stage is set for a new life with billowing blues in a state of emergency, or perhaps an emergent ride to the hospital in the ER. The King of Wands is upright, showing affection, bleeding out though, disconnecting with negativity and rude people and kids. No more bleeding heart, painful end, betrayal, back pain, and associated treatments. Implementing a plan to walk away and within, or take a hike, or go up the mountains. The King of Swords is upright, in his truth, free to leap away from juggling, performing, keeping their balls up in the air, with a negative group or bad influences, social distancing, with the Hermit reversed, over-isolating, perhaps a parent with dementia, or just going crazy, or now coming out of over-isolating. Now, in the crowning position is the Chariot reversed, broke, broken, broke down, up or through, the state of emergency, emergency visits or car issues, canceled moves and travel. After good news, success, and leading the way, into no options or unable to implement now at this time. Overwork, not working, the King of Wands, Libra, justice or divorce, and looking back, ending the family unhappiness or emotional cycle of unhappiness with rejection, vulnerability, shyness, crybaby, spoiled and entitled performer, and act, a distraction to cover up what's really going on behind them at 2 o'clock. And that's the High Priestess with a lot of source energy backing it up. The High Priestess, secrets, psychic abilities. The Page of Wands upright, wanting a date perhaps, or just inspired, but stuck at the gate. The King of Wands free, or Aries, Libra, or Cancer, but no car, or finding peace away from the Queen of Swords reversed, who's on the warpath, or Cancer is at the gate, with the Emperor upright, or Aries, at home, and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, bleeding out, implementing a new plan, in separate homes, or in disconnect, not face-to-face, with the Knight of Wands reversed and the Knight of Cups upright, or the Knight of Wands reversed is insecure about approaching the Knight of Cups, the wounded warrior who may toss him out of the house suddenly in a jealous rage, or the Page of Wands discussing with the Queen of Pentacles reversed where to go from here. Home, the Knight of Cups with unhappy family in jealous rage, suddenly kicking everyone out, the Page of Wands inspired and bored with verbal abuse, bitchiness, warpath, and state of emergency, or no car, and the Emperor is at the house, perhaps that's getting on his nerves too, not seeing eye to eye over the house, the Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands reversed, insecure and manipulative, wounded from family unhappiness wounds, negativity and jealous rage issues, the King of Swords free from juggling third party, the Hermit reversed, or Virgo moon. Soon is the Five of Crystals, the Mary Magdalene cave with no light out in the cold, apart from the dark group. The King of Swords, inspired by depression or connected to the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, community, or legacy. But there may be, he's inspired by depression and loss of hope, a need to heal and shine light and dream, or heal an offer he had ignored due to overwork or workaholic, or not learning his lesson in a downturn, slowdown, and the Page of Pentacles reversed could be an opportunist. A student who refuses to learn with the world upside down, the Divine Feminine in 5D and sealed, and the Page of Pentacles reversed, unable to get to them. Since at the time he wanted only work, perhaps the universe gave him even more work in the state of emergency to see if he'd learn his lesson now. Having trouble keeping up with schoolwork, or the Page of Pentacles reversed is his child, having issues with school, or like him, learning to rely on others to do things for them, or disability and struggling, of disability, or the disability is what taught them in the first place how to lean on others to do their work. Or he's just coming up as a Leo, a Libra and Virgo, and the Page of Pentacles reverse is coming up as Aquarius and or Pisces. Perhaps a younger child who won't help or doesn't know how, so they're tagging along to learn. A follower, one who attaches themselves to negative influences. But now the Knight of Pentacles is a positive one. The Divine Masculine is seeing himself as that Page of Pentacles reversed, or that can be a child in their energy as well. It could be coming up as a mama's boy, or a mama and sister who abuse him or his kindness. The Empress reversed and Sovereign reversed, or mother lost child, so he now has to make up for it. New moon, deception, split, lies, or BS, frustration, beatings is what awakening the kids before dawn meant, and they better be happy. So some of the masculines are going to have had a very strict upbringing this way and probably got hit. So this is some of the energies that are coming up right here. Again, I'm going to say this again. New moon, deception, split, lies, and BS, frustration and beatings is what awakening the kids before dawn is. And they'd better be happy about it. So someone's not nice here. Lower back pain, betrayed or right hip wound, perhaps thrown from a horse, or lost an animal that you loved as a child. Perhaps they were put down, like you. Until having your own kids who then ended your pain, or a painful end, or back pain, or beautiful kids, but pains in the ass, crying and purging at 229, which is the High Priestess and the Three of Wands being present. Dumping and being dumped, always in pain and the world upside down, overwhelmed kids, or Leo and or Cancer dumping on the Empress reversed, who's taking care of them or their kids. And they in return are draining your finances and creating drama around the neighborhood and the world at 231, which is the High Priestess, and the Five of Wands, the 31 of expansion, fighting, conflict, games, a quest, the pursuit of happiness. So love self first comes up here. Stay optimistic about your love life, trust, it's all about faith, and give your relationship a chance. Two more cards also came up, getting to know each other, and you deserve love. All around the Divine Masculine, or how he is seen, is the Luna reversed, or the Moon reversed. Deception, or Delta Dawn, which is the hours before the sun comes up, an eclipse is coming on the horizon. Walking away, a Cancer reversed, or Divine Masculine, from never-ending deliberation, holding back words and or announcements, walking away the day the music died. The Tower, the Hierophant, upright, and then the Hermit reversed. Sudden commitment of Hermit reversed. That could be a parent with dementia or Alzheimer's, or Scorpio upright, Taurus upright, dumps Aquarius reversed, Virgo reversed, and suddenly walks away, or into the ocean at night. Definitely someone here may have drowned here. Obviously that's not going to fit into most people's circumstance. Or suddenly Taurus with Virgo and Aquarius walks away in deception or before dawn, so up before the light. And the blocks they need to clear is the Knight of Wands reversed, the player, or falling short of expectations, or holding back their true desires. The Queen of Pentacles is reversed, the Dark Knight holding on, or player caused a death, or the Queen of Pentacles reversed, passed by overworking and falling short on energy. Or the Knight of Wands reversed, overworked and ignored love, which then led to their death, end, or transformation. Or the Knight of Wands reversed and the Page of Pentacles reversed, in deception, playing each other until death do us part. Perhaps daughters or kids siding with the mother. So ooey beginnings and effort, but even more so here is spiritual partnership and pride. The Queen of Cups in a nightmare. Cancer broken, not getting their wish. Hung out to dry or hanging in limbo, detoxing. A sudden event or third-party jealous rage. Ends family, which then leaves the masculine or someone else free to leap away. Juggling third-party, Hermit reversed, with 6 rays upon them, never reaching the end. Suffering in silence and despair. The King of Pentacles upright, rising above, awake and coming out to ground 5D into reality, dumping emotional attachments. The King of Cups reversed, home, ending pain, or in a painful ending, betrayal, with social distancing, negative influences, gossip, overindulgers, and antisocial behavior, and third-party angel, patient, and offering time, money, and energy, and or a new life. The Nine of Pentacles reversed, powerless, dependent, or someone who's a spender, offering a new life to the Page of Pentacles reversed, deceptive, prison, anxiety, fear. The Knight of Pentacles upright, proposing, and challenged by the transition portal, the threshold, with two left out in the cold, in the dark, Mary Magdalene cave, with the Knight of Wands reversed, player, or falling short on energy, to follow through, or broken without car, or on the warpath, state of emergency, or fell off the wagon, unhappy, dissatisfied, without their wish, suffering in silence at 254, the High Priestess, and the message of the Page of Swords, spreading the word. Suffering in silence, the King of Cups reversed, home in pain, or getting a massage. The Nine of Pentacles reversed, hiding from the past, or dependent on the past anxiety, and offering a new life. The Knight of Pentacles going towards the Cancer reversed, and challenged by the transition portal, the Page of Pentacles reversed, out in the cold and up before dawn, falling short on their wishes, or somebody else's anyway, their expectations of them. Or fell off the edge, or wagon, unhappy alone, without their wish granted, suffering in silence, stressed, up at nights purging, or just headaches, whatever it is, not sleeping, or with the King of Cups reversed, home, ending pain, or in a painful end, or needing back treatments, or someone who's a pain in the ass. In social distancing, being patient in order to offer a new life. So that is the read for you for the Divine Masculine. I'm going to pull some oracle cards here to see what comes up to match. I'm going to hit the bowl one more time for you guys. Break up some of these energies. So take another deep breath, you guys. So for everybody watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? For the Divine Masculine, Twin Flames today. What do we need to take away from this? What is the point of this read? What is the takeaway here? Okay, we have the sun. Look at that. It's also the Magician energy. And it was a beautiful sunny day here. So it's just about, you know, treating yourself well, perhaps dipping in the pool, getting some sunshine, just being happy and fully energized, making yourself happy, or learning to do that. And then we have that this is the door to romance. 33 is the Christ vibration. It's also the Seven of Wands, standing up for yourself. Okay, not being defensive, but speaking up for yourself and then walking away when needed. This is the key to your heart, to not caving in to make somebody else happy, but standing up for what makes you happy. And then we have the third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, which is 37, the King of Cups, which is that energy of unconditional love and really shining your light. The underlying energy here is Archangel Michael, the first chakra, so it's all about having a great, strong foundation, the first chakra, the root chakra, safety and security issues. You know, it's all about the masculine energy of wanting to protect the home and family. And this is getting out in the sunshine, the door to romance, right? In the springtime when everybody gets outside and they're happy in the sunshine, getting a little tan, and really shining your light. And this is like the door to romance with the 37, the King of Cups. The one who is in control of their emotions and wants to share their emotions as well. So that's really a really beautiful energy. I'm just getting the song Freebird as well. It's like the cage, and in this card, you know, the heart's in the cage. So the need to free the bird, to always feel free. Nobody can free you except yourself, because freedom comes from having an open heart. So from the Crystal Angels deck, let's see what comes up for you guys. "'Cause I'm as free as a bird now, and this bird she cannot change." Okay. All right, so from this deck, what is our advice for the Divine Masculine, Twin Flames today. All right, we have Rubelite, passion and purpose. Your enthusiasm gives you energy and motivation to work on a meaningful project that's close to your heart. Okay, so allow yourself to become passionate. And it just takes a little movement. Just do one thing at a time. It only takes one step. Smoky quartz, clearing negativity, release negativity from within or around you. So you might want to clear every day. Use sage if you want to. There's different ways to clear. You can use salt. I always put salt in my scrub in the shower. And of course, always imagine that light around you, protecting you. You can bring in white light for purification, the golden white light, golden pink, the green for physical healing. Just bring in this light and wrap it all around you. I always use the expression, God, please arm us all with your love. Okay? So it's really not about the armor, because love, if you have a high vibration of love and nature, that's all you really need as far as protection. But when you're first starting out and you're insecure about knowing what to do, of course it's fine to pull in Archangel Michael or whoever you want to protect you. All right, so rose quartz is love life. New or renewed romantic love is here for you. Well, that's nice to know. The underlying energy here is aquamarine. Divine life purpose, trust the signs and your inner guidance which are leading you to fulfillment. So divine life purpose. So these are the colors coming up, very much like French blues and pinks here. A lot of compassion, and then throat chakra energies. And then more like platinum energies as well here. Clearing negativity, make sure to clear. You have new or renewed romantic love is here for you. And just follow your passion and purpose. Follow your inspiration, your enthusiasm. And it can be as simple as cleaning a closet out at home. All it takes, that's all it takes to get you going. You may not want to do that initially, but once you get inspired to do one thing, then it just leads to the next and the next. Or if you're just inspired to hang out and watch TV, that's fine too. Whatever makes you happy, especially in these energies. This week's been tough. I've been sleeping a lot, actually. And usually I can't sleep past a certain time, even if I want to. So I've been sleeping really good in the morning this week. All right, so this is from the Kipper deck, the pathway. You're on your path. This is perfect. So bad health is overturned now. So someone who is struggling, maybe the energies are now letting up a little bit, which I definitely feel it today. It's better than it's been the past few days. And then the changes are going to let up a bit too, okay? And there's a mature man here. So there may be changes that happened with a father or a mature man are now letting up. And it can be between a father and their daughter. She's no longer their little girl, right? She has to do for herself, right? It could be that somebody may have lost a child as well, but I'm not really getting that energy here. It's more about like letting go of your children, like letting them be their own person. And here's the community as well. That there's lots of people around who can help, not just the family. You have to let them expand and become their own person. The underlying energies are coming up here, beautiful. After this thief energy is overturned, here's the gift and a great fortune. So this is the underlying energy coming in here for the masculine. And it looks like the wealthy man had a reversal of fortune. May have lost a house, right? Because there was an empty house there. But maybe it was thought to have been stolen from them, or some kind of underhandedness going on. And it also could just have been a money pit thing. Maybe they inherited a house that actually just stole from them, so it was a good thing to get rid of it. And that actually being the gift and the great fortune. So there could be some energies regarding that kind of thing. Okay, so I hope that was helpful for you guys. Make sure you drink your water. Get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. And I'm going to be doing a few of the signs today. I think I'm on Leo, Virgo, and Libra at least today. Okay? Rise and be loved, guys. Oh, wait, what did I want to tell you? Oh, I told you 414 was coming up a lot today, right? Yeah, I did. Oh, I forgot. I didn't tell you all the meanings of that. All right, I'll have to get that on the next one. Make sure you rise and be loved, guys. Bye.